Alright guys, in today's video we're going to talk about Bobby's perspective. He is one of the worst liars out there. I'm not even joking. I've listened to Sheikh Usman comes in second, but Bobby is up there. He's just lying. So in today's video we're going to react to Vladimir Putin defends Islam. Quran burner should go to Muslim jail. So in we're gonna watch this video and then I'm gonna show you from the Quran what Bobby says is totally wrong. Let's start.
Super interesting video today. We're gonna watch Vladimir Putin defending Islam and the Quran and taking a stance against the Quran burner of Sweden. For people that do not know, Vladimir Putin has been very vocal in the recent past about protecting Islam, standing up for Islam, and that it is not a human right to attack the Prophet, may peace be upon him, or to attack Islam. Moreover, he's been cooperating with Ramazan Kadyrov, which is the Chechen leader after all, and a mufti himself. Guys, before we jump into the video, you know the drill. Leave me a thumbs up if you merge.
Don't do it, guys. Don't give him a thumbs up. He is a deceiver, and you'll understand why. Even if you're a Muslim watching this, just listen to what Bobby is saying and then listen to your sources, the hadiths and the Quran, and compare. They don't match at all.
И мусульманская церковь, и для всех других тоже должна и является святыней.
Okay, let's read this. It is sacred for Muslims, and it must be, and it is sacred for other confessions.
Тоже должна и является святыней. Мы знаем, что в других
We know that in other countries they act differently and don't respect the religious feeling of people.
странах поступают иначе, не уважают религиозные чувства людей. И еще говорят, что это не преступление. В нашей стране это преступление.
So this is absolutely amazing to see, and I believe that this is the very first time that we see a Christian leader of an Orthodox Christian country standing up for Islam and making it constitutional, making it a crime to...
Okay, so there's a lot of things that's the Bobby said in here. So first thing is, not everybody who says they're a Christian are actually Christians. It's not how it works. You can go and let's say somebody is going to steal a church. They can say they're a Christian just to get in the church without any surveillance and then steal the items. That's just an example. Now, whoever claimed to be a Christian, is that guy really a Christian? Ask yourself that. No, he is not. Just because you say you are a Christian, you become a Christian. No, I absolutely do not believe Vladimir Putin is a Christian. No way.
To attack Islam. Within America, for example, you do have religious freedom. However, I have not seen a Christian leader stand up for Islam and making it a crime, mocking Islam. Of course not, because if you look into America, you have...
All right, Bobby. Of course, if somebody is really a Christian, and I'm not saying everyone in the churches are Christian, by the way, they're not. But if somebody is really a Christian and have read the Quran, yeah, I have a couple of times. I'm also an Arabic speaker. They would not support the Quran at all. In fact, they should be anti-Muslim. And I should correct myself, anti-Islam. We're not against the people who blindly follow their religion. We're against the teachings, the filthy teachings of Muhammad. The fakest prophet of all time, but I'll give him that. He is a good deceiver. Look at us. So now you're sitting down and saying that it should be a crime to burn the Quran, and the Christians should stand up for it. Really? I will read by the end of this reaction video on what the Quran and the Hadith say about Christians and the Jews. And I'm not talking about, there are a lot of fake Jews out there. There are a lot of filthy Jews out there. But there's a lot of good Jews out there also. Even the Bible warns us in the book of Revelation. I'm just going to rephrase it. Whoever says they are Jews but are not. So there are fake Jews. Let's continue.
Episodes of South Park where Jesus is mocked. So therefore a nation that doesn't protect their own dominant religion won't protect a minority religion either.
First of all, America is not a Christian nation. Like I said before, whoever says that they are a Christian does not make them a Christian. Maybe it was founded on the Christian values at first, but nowadays it is not a Christian nation. Neither is Russia, neither is any country. There is no such thing as a Christian nation. There is Christian individuals. People who have a relationship with Jesus Christ. The one true living God. There is no such thing as Christian nations. Christianity is not a culture. But once you have that relationship with Jesus Christ, your whole life will change. You don't need a written law to follow Jesus Christ. Yes, we have the 10 Commandments. That is just to show us how filthy and wicked we are. Even you, Bobby. That's why you need Jesus also. Even me. But once I knew who Jesus was, once I accepted Jesus, He changed my life. And I'm not saying I don't sin anymore. I do sin. But every time I do, it just makes me feel horrible. Horrible, like you can't imagine. And I just apologize to God for what I did. And I don't apologize to God because I want to go to heaven, because I know I'm going to go to heaven. But I do apologize because I hurt God. And when I say I hurt God, because God hates sin, and I did what God hates. Can you understand that?
However, what we see here in Russia we do have many Muslim states, be it Chechnya, Dagestan, Tatarstan, or many, many more. This is a display of tremendous leadership, that the Christian leader is protecting Islam within his own country. And guess what? Under an Islamic state, the Jews and the Christians, the people of the book, would be protected as well, of course. Many people don't know that. Christians, for example, yes, they do have to pay a tax. However, they do not have to go to war. This is the rule.
Okay. In regarding to the jizya, let me just find the verse. Okay, so let's see. Just a second. Okay. This is from the Quran, Surah Al-Tawbah. Tawbah, my bad. Surah Al-Tawbah. Okay. Let's see. Fight the ones who do not believe in Allah, nor in the last day. Do not prohibit whatever Allah and His messengers have prohibited. And do not practice, literally to have as a religion, the religion of truth from among the ones to whom the book was brought until they give the text out of hand. That is, by a ready money payment or in token of submission, and have been belittled. You are humiliating the Christians by making them pay the tax. That is the purpose of the jizya. By the way, I'm sorry my English is not that good. It's my actually third language. So I do apologize for the reading, but it's right in front of you. And have been belittled. There are many, many translations you can read. Let's see, let's go back to Bobby.
under a true Islamic state as far as I understood it. And please correct me if I'm wrong.
I just did correct you, Bobby.
The Muslims will do the fighting for you. They will defend you. So the Muslims are defending actively the Christians and the Jews within their own countries.
Where is that? Give me sources. Give me Quran verses or Hadith. Show me. You just talk, Bobby. You don't give proof to your viewers, because your viewers are sheep. And I don't like I don't like the name sheep. Sheep is a good thing. Your viewers are donkeys. Just like you, just like your filthy prophet. A certified donkey, nothing else.
They are defending their synagogues and churches as well. So this
Really? Which Islamic state that has the Sharia law allows the Christians to just be Christians? Saudi Arabia. Now they're becoming more progressive, but in their real Islamic state time, you couldn't do that. And whoever converted from Islam to Christianity, the punishment was death penalty. Yeah.
This is something absolutely unseen before. We have to appreciate this and applaud Vladimir Putin. Good.
Yeah, so Putin said that the Quran is sacred for Muslims and it's a crime to burn it in Russia. I do agree, the Quran is sacred to Muslims, but it is not sacred to you, Mr. Vladimir Putin. For you, this book should be just like other books that you see in the fantasy books, or even Satanist books. Doesn't matter. If you truly believe in the Holy Bible, Mr. Putin, you don't care about this. Because this book belittles your God. And I will show you some verses that Islam hates the Jews and the Christians. I will. So what now? What's next? You're gonna ban burning of any book? Because every book is sacred to some people.
People might wonder why Vladimir Putin would speak about this. Guys, really think about this. This wasn't a random action of some psychopath. There was not just a guy that randomly burned a Quran and then the police forces came and they deported him. No, Sweden allowed this event to happen. Do you understand this? Sweden gave this guy a platform. They gave him police protection to burn the Quran. This is why...
Why not? This is just a regular book. Like any other book. I don't care if I'm hurting your feelings, Mr. Bobby. Let's continue.
This is political, obviously. MashaAllah. See, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. They made it an event. It's not just a random guy on the street burning a Quran facing consequences. No, quite the opposite. This guy got police protection. Here you see a policeman standing. Here you see the barrier behind he stands. This was an organized event by the Swedish government.
So, where's the problem?
Look at this shaitan. It's fine. We know his destiny, so... more place in Jannah for us. There you go. They granted it for him. Why would you grant such a thing? And now generally ask yourself the question, I'm going to go to Sweden, I am a European citizen after all, and then I'm going to ask the government if they're going to allow me to burn the Torah or the Talmud. Let's see what will happen.
Nothing will happen. Because the government is not Christian. There is no such thing as a Christian country, Bobby. And the Hollywood movies that portray Jesus in different ways, the same shows and movies, they show it in the Sweden. Nobody does anything. So yeah, it's the same thing. By the way, I'm really against these Hollywood movies. I don't even watch them. I don't watch Hollywood. I don't watch their shows, their satanic stuff. I know it's going to happen because the Bible tells us that it's going to happen. The Bible tells us that they hated Jesus and now they're going to hate us. We can't change that. I truly feel sorry for whoever makes fun of Jesus, the only true God, because they don't know better. Yeah. I don't get mad in the sense of I'm going to go and destroy everything. I just don't participate in it. We as Christians are separate from the world. Don't be integrated with this kind of movies. Don't watch them.
On the holiday itself. Amazing. Look at him smiling. So happy. It's not only about inflaming the feelings, man. They make this look like some sort of social justice warrior movement. This is not what it is about. We as people hold certain things sacred. For example, the Americans hold their constitution sacred. We, the people. And back in the day, Christian nations would cherish their Bible. The point is...
Wait, what do you mean back in the day? And there is no such thing as Christian nations. Real Christians, which is the minority by the way, still... This book is everything. It's everything. This is the Word of God.
Is, of course, that we as humans need structure and we need to have something that we obey and we need something that we respect. Modernity, however, wipes out all of those things because modernity is based in such a society, nothing matters and nihilism reigns. Don't drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, take drugs, value ourselves anymore. We are just monkeys, and monkeys can have fun. Run around, drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, take drugs, be promiscuous, eat junk food, get an abortion, get a vasectomy, and in the end, ask the Swedish government if you can burn the Quran. Brave new world. That's amazing.
Okay, these are just...
It's not about feeling.
The
free
nations talking about what happened.
Humanity. They like to brush it off as something benign. Oh yeah, well, you believe in religion, ha ha ha, I believe in science. It holds true and it is congruent, it is linear. The real question is, yes, you have to. Where does it come from? Why is it wrong? If we are just biological beings, just evolved...
I'm going to show you guys some things that the Quran and the Hadith say. O who you have believed, do not take your fathers or your brothers as allies, if they have preferred disbelief over belief. And whoever does among you, then it is those who are the wrongdoers. if you are a Muslim, if you are a Muslim and you have family like mother, brother, sisters, brothers, and they just come to you and say, okay, now I'm leaving Islam because I actually read the Quran and actually saw what the filthy Muhammad is saying. You can't take them as your friends. You just can't. Bobby, Mr. Bobby, your wife is which for from what I believe I know or seen your videos is a Christian. Are you still befriending her or no? She clearly disbelieved, and you're to blame because it says here, then it is those who are the wrongdoers. Yeah. Okay, let's go to another one. This is Abu Huraira reported Allah's Messenger as saying, by the way, this is Sahih Muslim. The last hour would not come unless the Muslims will fight against the Jews, and the Muslims would kill them until the Jews would hide themselves behind a stone or a tree, and the stone or a tree would say, Muslim, or the servant of Allah, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him. But the tree, Gharqad, would not say, for it is the tree of the Jews. They're literally slaughtering the Jews here in this filthy paragraph. And you can't say, oh, they're defending themselves against the Jews because clearly the Jews are hiding behind rocks. They're scared. How is that self-defense when they're not even attacking? Yeah. Another one. The Jews will fight against you and you will gain victory over them until the stone would say, Muslim, here is a Jew behind me, kill him. Another verse from the Quran. And those who call themselves Christians, we took their covenant, but they have abandoned the good part of the message that was sent to them. Proof? What was the message, Muslims? All right, you don't know. So we planted amongst them enmity and hatred till the day of resurrection. So they are giving us hate and enmity till the day of resurrection. So now when Christians, they hate Islam, you shouldn't blame us. You should blame on we, which is Allah. He gave us hatred. So whenever we're mad, whenever somebody's burning the Quran, do not blame them because it's not their fault, it's Allah's fault. Yeah. Okay, and Allah will inform them what, okay. Yeah, and this one, oh, if this is from the Quran, also 551, O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are in fact allies of one another. And whoever is an ally to them among you, then indeed he is of them. Indeed, Allah guides not the wrongdoing people. Yeah, so you cannot be friends, you cannot be allies with Christians, so the Chechens cannot technically be allies with Russia, as according to the Quran. There we go. So, Bobby, hope you listen, man. I hope you stop deceiving people. You actually give sources. And just don't say anything so that the stupid donkey will follow you. The donkey follows the donkey. And the donkey follows the donkey. Your viewers follow you and you follow Muhammad. Plain and simple.